Time is now 6:09 a.m. on Monday morning. This was a long night with a lot of short trips and a few longer trips, and I'm really tired because I didn't have I didn't get enough sleep yesterday in the daytime. I'm gonna shut that off here. Okay, I'll go now. It's my turn. All right. Yeah, I've got about 360 on, and oh well, there's another call. But you know what? I have to decline it. Can't do it. It's past my going home time. I have missed a job. Well, ain't that a shame? Okay. Let somebody else do it. I can't. I don't have the time. I'm exhausted and tired, and I've already worked my 12 hours. I've had enough. And even though the call is right around here somewhere, I don't want it. I'm going to turn the top light off and go home. All I need to do this morning is fuel it and park it. Mr. Punctual didn't work yesterday, just like he didn't work last week. He claims he tested positive for a virus, or at least that's what the note to the owner of the car was, that he sent 10 o'clock at night Saturday night last week. Yeah. And here I thought all that virus stuff was long gone. There was a police car there, and well, he didn't bother me for having my interior lights on. Yeah, what do you know? They don't pick on us anymore. They really don't. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'm on my way home. I just, yeah, tired, very tired. Yeah, I got 4 more nights to go. Hopefully I'll get enough sleep today and my brains won't be quite as scrambled as they are now. It has been a crazy little time. I'll tell you all about it. Yesterday, I had somebody visiting me during the daytime. Actually, she was visiting me when I was out still working. It's a long story, but she was at my place and she was playing the radio. Now, there's nothing inherently wrong with that, but she turned the volume down on my radio. And by doing that, she caused me to sleep through my alarm. Turn that off. And so I slept through my alarm and woke up 2 hours later than I normally would. Yes, I needed the sleep, but still. Okay, so I got ready and went to work. And fortunately, I had some good luck. I had my generous customer, and I had a trip to the airport just before my generous customer. So a trip to the airport, generous customer, and then I did about $150 by 11 o'clock. And that's pretty good considering that I only got out at 8 o'clock. And then 11 o'clock, got really quiet, and I went to sleep. Then my generous customer called me again and woke me up from my slumber, and I didn't miss any calls. There's just nothing going on for like 3 hours. So I was going to pick up my customer, my generous customer, and that's when the tablet went blank. It went to 0% and just shut itself off. Now I started wiggling the cable to charge it, and it was giving me something, but it wasn't charging very much. And so I tried playing with it to get it to come on again, because it worked before, but now it wasn't working. Okay, so I was thinking of going home, just forgetting all about it. And then I ended up, what did I do? Yeah, I ended up finding another cable in the trunk, and fortunately that one worked, but it wasn't getting enough power to really charge the tablet, because I plugged it in on this inverter that we're using for the debit machine. So I decided, okay, the only way it's going to work now is to plug it in the glove box where the other cable was plugged in. And I got it to charge, and now it's been about 4 hours since I plugged it in, and it's at 48%. So it took a while to get discharged the way it was. Yeah. Now I'm heading towards the car wash to wash the car for the owner. And he's going to be surprised when he sees that I just stuck another cable on this tablet to plug it in. Yeah, it's charging up. You know, it's funny, yesterday, or the shift before this one, when I got to work, the tablet was at 0, and then I jiggled with it and plugged it in, and it worked fine, and it charged up. And nobody drove the car yesterday because Mr. Punctual has caught a virus. Yeah. Allegedly. I probably have a virus now, but I'm still working. Okay, so good thing I was able to get this thing to go again and to charge up. That's pretty much. Oh yeah, and now that the thing was charging, in the morning hours I had a trip that went out to Commerce Circle from the neighborhood where I usually wait. And that guy went out to Commerce Circle, and then as I came back in, I got sent to the Comfort Inn, which is really not a Comfort Inn anymore, it's a homeless shelter. And those people went out to Langford. And as I was coming back past the General Hospital, that's when I was being sent to the Days Inn on the Gorge. and the guy had been waiting for like 45 minutes. I dropped him off, then I got sent to one of the regular customers on Carroll Street who just goes around the corner, and he was saying, well, that took a long time. And I said, well, it's like I'm the only one out here. I'm getting these calls that are, you know, an hour old, whatever. I dropped him off, the pizza guy, I dropped him off. And I had another call downtown and took him to the General Hospital. No, the Jubilee Hospital. And at the Jubilee Hospital, I was sent to a call on Yates, and he's the donut guy who makes donuts at the Tim Hortons on Shelburne. So, and now I just counted the money after dropping him off. I got $300. $300 for a night where I was having technical difficulties and got to work late and had everything that could possibly go wrong. I had somebody asking me to deliver some cigarettes. I couldn't do it. I was too busy doing calls. Too busy. Just too busy. Now I gotta wash the car. Yeah, 3 more nights to go this week. What a thrill ride that's gonna be. Okay, let me out. Let me out. This Tuesday night has not been particularly busy, but I did get away to the airport now. It was $49.80. I'm gonna shut that off. $49.80 plus a $5 tip. Mexican tourists. This one, there was an old lady with a wheelchair and 2 other women, 2 other ladies, and all their stuff in the back, including the wheelchair and several bags and baggages. Yeah, lots of fun. Looks like we're having some fog this morning. That's what it looks like out here at the airport. I haven't counted the whole night's take, but I'd say it's about, I don't know, $250 maybe. Maybe a little more than 250, but not by much, I'm sure. I'd have to count it to be sure. Yeah, it wasn't that busy. It was. I got to catch up on some sleep. I watched some videos, yeah, but I got to catch up on some sleep. Yeah. This was the Tuesday night, and I'm really feeling it. You know, it's not as busy as it was just a couple of weeks ago. Well, in August. Not as busy as it was in August. Got long breaks. It seems that as soon as 11 o'clock comes by, it just dies right down. Yeah. Okay. Oh, what else? I don't really know. Yeah. I'm really tired, so I got 2 more nights to work this week. I'll let you know. The time is now 4:35, so I still have about an hour and a half left to go. Maybe I'll get some more business. Who knows? Well, here we are again at the airport. The time is now 5:06 a.m. And It has been a long, slow night. I've only done 11 trips, and as short as 3 weeks ago, on a Wednesday night, I would be doing 21, 22 trips, but I've only done 11 trips, sorry. Yeah, that, what I was hinting at last week is, I think really happening now. There's just that much less going on. And I don't think it's because we suddenly got more drivers. There was a lot of waiting tonight. Lots of waiting. Okay, I got to work about an hour late because I wake up to my alarm and I get up, go across the room and turn the alarm off. Then I go to the refrigerator and get something out of the freezer and put it on the counter and turn the oven on to preheat the oven while I read a book. And this time I was preheating the oven and I fell asleep reading my book. And looks like I slept through the alarm, because I must have been real tired. I slept right through the alarm. And then I woke up at 6 o'clock, which is around the time that I was planning to go out the door. So then, of course, the oven was preheated, and it took me 20 minutes to heat up the breakfast sausages. And in those 20 minutes, after 14 of those minutes were gone, I was able to put the frozen vegetables in the microwave. And that's the extent of how much I cook. And then, I had something to eat while I watched a couple of videos. And brushed my teeth, got dressed, and went to work. And I got out here at, just after 7. So I made some good time. Okay, come on, focus. So, then I waited almost an hour for my first trip. And then they started coming a little more regularly. And like clockwork, at around 11 o'clock or so, things slowed down. And I had a gap between 1 and 4 o'clock with no business, no trips. And now I had one, I think the girl was going on a drug run for $40. She went from one place to another and back again. And I got back to my spot and I was watching some video, and then I got sent halfway up the peninsula to take another trip to the airport. I only did 11 fares, but I had one trip in the $20 range, and I had 4 trips in the $30 ballpark, and that's what saved me. That's how I got just a little over 200 on by now, which is kind of miraculous, really. Because 11 trips, let's say they're $10 trips, you made $110. You've covered the lease on the car. That's it. You've covered the lease with $110 and made another $10 for fuel. And then what do you got? Nothing. You're out here all night for nothing, just so you could buy some fuel and just so you could pay the lease on the car. You wasted your time. Still, as it is, it's going to cost me let's see, 1.8 times 2, that's 3.6 times 6. So that would be 36 and 180. About $23 in fuel. So yeah, but I did more driving than if I would have just done 110. So yeah, $10 of fuel would have just about covered it if I only did $110 worth of business. Here I did a little over 250, which I'm very thankful for. That means that I'll be able to get some groceries on the weekend. One more night to go this week. Time is now 5 in the morning. That means I got an hour to go until the end of my shift. It's Friday morning, the end of the last shift of the week. I've got $330 on right now. So I've worked pretty hard so far. I didn't have many long trips, but I did have my generous customer give me $50 for 2 $10 fares. Basically, I took him to visit a girl, and he called me later to pick him up. When I took him there, he gave me $50. It was about $10 when we got there. And yeah, took him back. And when I got him back there, he says, all I have is $5 to my name. And I said, that's fine. You gave me a lot more the last time I took you, so it's okay. He says, no, I want you to have this. Okay, fine, have it your way. He says, I appreciate you so much. That's what happens when you got crazy rich people for your clients. Yeah. It's that personal touch. Several times I was watching a video and falling asleep to it. I watched a few videos and I got some sleep, yeah. But much of it was busy, especially now in the morning hours. Oh, really? You want me to go there? Homeless shelter. Well, I hope yours is better than mine.